technician will be with you in 4 hours.
4 hours?
You can upgrade for just $5,000.
What?
The Universal Serial Config board should be set to ID6.
I need that in plain English.
Call for help. This is Chris Pirillo. What can I do for you?
Well, it's the cheapest computer we've ever seen, a $200 PC that's designed to get you up and running on the internet in just a matter of minutes. And our managing editor, Phil Allingham, got his hands on one and joins me now to tell us if it's money well spent or money out the window. Now, Phil, is it a trick or a treat?
It's pretty much a trick. What they did was they got a whole bunch of low-cost hardware together and an operating system that has some sort of cachet. Lindows kind of been in the press a little bit. Put it all together and try and sell it for $200.
And it's not worth $200? That's not a lot of money. I mean, compared to other machines that you could get.
It's not worth. It is worth $200 in terms of like just absolute raw dollar figures if you went out and bought the pieces. Out of the box, you're going to get the PC itself. Doesn't come with a monitor. This is our own monitor. Comes with some multimedia speakers, not particularly good, just sort of toss away. You're not really going to listen to your MP3s through there. And a cheap keyboard and a mouse.
All right.
The operating system that comes with it, like I said, is Lindows, which is Linux. It's actually Debian Linux with a KDE desktop on top of it. Exactly. One of the things that we don't recommend for home users is Linux, for beginners. I mean, it's kind of a hard operating system to get used to.
Wait a minute. I mean, I thought the whole idea behind Lindows, at least this was what Michael Robertson was saying, is that it's going to be easy for anybody to just use it.
Well, that's what he wants it to be, and that's what he said, and he has to be able to sell that because people need to go out and buy this over regular Linux, although there's really no difference. But he wants you to. He does have one thing that he's integrated that separates it.
Okay.
It's called Click and Run. And basically, everyone's always had a little bit of difficulty getting software to download and install. It's not difficult if you know what you're doing. If you're a Linux person, this is easy, right?
It's getting easier and easier to do.
Right, but he's going to charge you $100 a year for this service because none of the applications that you really want to run come installed. So you have to.
Wait, but like other distributions come with like 7 CDs. Everything comes with it. Why don't they do that?
I don't know. I know why they don't. They have to make money.
Yeah.
And so if they can become prominent and charge people $99 a year to actually use this click and run software, then he has a business model.
Okay.
If you can't do that, then all this stuff that you see here, this operating system for the most part, not the graphics necessarily, but the operating system, you can get for free and download off the internet anywhere.
Anywhere. On your own PC.
On your own PC if you wanted to.
My question is how are you connected then? Because I don't see a modem on the back of this machine.
No, that's actually one of the biggest drawbacks. No modem has a built-in NIC in the motherboard.
Network
in
card.
the machine, a network card, so you can connect to your broadband connection, which is what they want you to do, and there's an Earthlink thing logging in, so you can get that up and running pretty quick. Windows specifically wants this to be the broadband OS.
Yuck. Okay, so for $200,
we can ditch the software.
Oh, we can.
I mean, it's free anyway. I mean, if you could get all this somewhere else, it's not worth it to buy it for the software alone.
So you could actually install Windows with the same hardware.
You can install Windows on this hardware.
All right.
We've tried that.
And so maybe later in the show you could show us
I'm going to show you later in the show. I will actually show you Windows XP Home Edition running on this box.
All right. Well, first, could you break down the hardware that's in there? And,
the actual box itself?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Like I said, there's a gigabyte motherboard on there.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about names.
That's a name brand.
It's a name brand.
Okay.
It's about $70 if you went and bought it. You got a CD-ROM in there. It's 52X. It's from NEC.
That's not a burner.
It's not a burner. Just a CD-ROM. The hard drive is a Maxtor. It's 10 gigabytes. It's okay. The memory is 128 megs. It's Kingston memory. They use decent parts. Kingston memory is good. NEC is good. Maxtor is good. But all of it's kind of old and not quite enough, and it doesn't quite do what you want it to. It's not CDR. And you're going to spend, if you went and bought all that stuff, retail, off the internet, brought it to Spain, built this PC yourself, you're going to spend about $250, $260.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of hardware savings. So I can't deny the hardware savings.
Okay, so you could buy the machine. I hate to say this. You could buy the machine and put a different operating system on it.
Yeah, but again, realize that this motherboard is old. It does have AGP graphics built in, but it doesn't have an AGP slot.
What about the processor?
Here's the trick. This actually isn't an Intel or an AMD processor.
Okay.
The processor comes from VIA, however you want to pronounce the company. They made chipsets for a long time for the motherboard. Cyrix, who used to be a
No way.
who used to make CPUs
I
a
remember.
while ago. They got out of the business. They bought that technology from National Semiconductor, and VIA now makes what they call a C3 processor. And this is 800 megahertz C3 processor. They say it's equivalent to a Celeron.
Interesting.
So that's the hardware that's actually inside the box.
All right, and you already got Windows loaded on another hard drive. You're going to swap it out, and we're going to see how it works?
Yeah, it's the same type of hard drive. It is a physically different hard drive. So the performance should be about the same, and you'll see how that works out.
So, definite no.
I say definitely no. I mean, the case isn't bad. They put the USB ports on the front, which is nice. It's quiet, but...
What about Lindows? You can buy it separately from the box.
And you can buy Lindows separately from the box. I mean,
Okay,
the
just
manufacturer
making sure.
from the box is actually Microtel.
Okay.
So that's a third party. It's not Lindows.
Just making sure we're getting that all
Yeah.
cleared up. All right,
So.
Phil, we'll check in with you a little later then. Thanks.
All right.
For all the technical details, as well as Phil's article about the $200 PC, click over to our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. Okay, wireless access points are popping up all across the country, so Brett's going to show our Mac-equipped friends how to take advantage of them. Plus, did a power outage reset the clock on your VCR? Well, if you're like me, then you have a tough time remembering where you parked, let alone where the VCR's manual went. Luckily, Kat's found a website with information booklets, manuals for just about any appliance that you own. So stick with us. There's still lots more Call for Help on its way.